What's going on, guys? So it is October 21st, Monday night. A little bit late here doing the Monday podcast, but better late than never. Arm wrestling, real quick. Oh, I guess a shout out. I love giving a shout out to my businesses that help me out, my boys. Shout out to Nat Fit. Shout out to Country Crush. Shout out to Lion Straps. My buddy Leo's strap business has been doing really well. A lot of people have been buying them. Like I said, guys, those straps are fantastic. He has a Facebook thing that he made for Lion Straps. You guys need to go check those out. They're like $10, and legitly, I mean, I've been arm wrestling for a long time, and legitly, those they're like the best straps. I can't. We talk like every day, me and my buddy Leo, and we're trying to find ways to make the straps better, and I can't think of any way. They're fantastic. You guys gotta check them out. So, yeah. So there's that. Anyway, moving forward. Man, arm wrestling. No gigantic tournaments have really been going down. Devin went to Germany, and a lot of people watched that. But besides that, since the last podcast, it's just been a normal, pretty standard week, you know. For me, training's going okay. I'm taking time off of no table time. For the next couple months, I'm gonna do table time like once a month, and really focus on just killing it in the gym and making some solid gains and making sure my elbows are staying fresh so I can do more stuff in the gym. I like to switch up my training routine every once in a while. So for a few months here, I'm going to do that. Just really focus on gym work and locking some stuff down. So I'm excited to keep hitting the gym. Just got back from the gym and killed out my brachialis and brachioradialis and some cupping and then some pull-ups and so pretty sore. All right, no one cares about me. Moving forward, on to Reddit. Let's go over these Reddit things. Scroll down since my last podcast. We'll start from there. First, we have posted by Gunch, Gunch, behind the scenes with Tom, Juji, Devin, and Mike for the Juji Aiello wall match. That was that WAL 506 match between Juji and Mike Aiello, and Juji just has a ton of potential if he wanted to stick to the sport, for sure. Dude's super strong. It's just Mike's kind of been doing it for a long time, and Mike had him as far as weight, experience, his tendons and bones and ligaments and joints and everything's been built for arm wrestling already. It's like it was not even going to be close. It was more for publicity, but still, it was fun watching that stuff. Mike's a really cool dude, and so is Juji. They're awesome. So watching that was pretty funny. Anything Mike ever gets on is pretty funny as far as arm wrestling is concerned. Moving forward after that, posted by Ryan Blue Bowen. Rob Vigent confirms for Zloty. This was a video talking about Rob Vigent going to Zloty Tour, the biggest tournament in the world. And sorry, some people are gonna have a problem with what I just said. I don't know about biggest tournament in the world. It's one of the most highly sought after ones. Pretty much the person that wins Zloty is pretty much known in the past, was known as like the number one guy in the world, right? Roughly. So that one's like not tested. So, it could be the biggest, most roided out, craziest dudes walking the planet. And everybody was trying to win Zloty for a long time. Got a little bit chopped up because now a lot of Americans didn't go. Some of our Americans don't go out there. So you don't see Michael Todd and stuff over there right now. So it's a little chopped up, but it's still a super high-end tournament. They took a lot of the top guys that were competing in Zloty and made them stop competing, so they would do a top 8. So it's getting a little chopped down, as are most giant leagues. But anyway, for you new guys, whenever you see videos, especially old videos of arm wrestling, when you see them wearing those yellow shirts, that's Zloty Tour. It's always in Poland every year. So yeah, that's where there's a bunch of people going this year. I know from Australia, Ryan Bowen's going, Lachlan Adair, and Jordan Davis. I think they just announced he's going as well. Hopefully there's not more that I can't think of. But there's a lot of people going, so it should be exciting to watch this year. But Rob Vigent was just messing around. He's not going to Zloty. As far as last I read, he retracted his statement, and he's not actually going to go. He was just kind of joking around with people. It'd be awesome to see Rob go out there and see what he has, though, with the Europeans, for sure. I'd be super interested in watching that. And I think a lot of other people would be as well. All right, moving forward. Posted by NNQ2603. Devin Larratt versus, Aymeric Pradinis. I think that was one of the top French arm wrestlers. And it was like a after polling video of him and Devin when Devin was in Germany, I believe. And yeah, it's an after polling video, guys. So it's not like everybody was all prepped up and top notch. You can't read into those too much, guys. For all you new guys listening, you can't read into these after polling side polling videos too much. Everybody's tired or not taking it serious, or it's just whatever. Some people could be drunk, some people could be sober. It's like it only counts when there's when they put their elbows up on the table, when there's referees, and it's a legit tournament or super match, guys. You gotta stop reading into that. Moving forward, after that, posted by Redditaurus, major new seminar from Devin Lair in Germany. It's a video of Devin putting on a seminar. Those things are gold. Honestly, I have to give a ton of credit to Devin for a lot of the stuff I've learned. When I first got into the sport, he was one of the only people really pumping out good content as far as aimed at teaching people and instructing new pullers. Now, when listening to Devin, though, he gets a little, what's the word? He gets kind of crazy when he's giving advice. You'll be like, "Oh, Devin, how do I top roll better?" Or something, some stupid question, and he'll be like, "All right, well, there's a magical dragon, and he's flying through the heavens, and what's gonna happen is he's gonna shoot lightning bolts out of his toes. And where would you rather be, eating muffins in a field, or would you rather be trying to shoot down the dragon?" So that's what it is about top rolling. That's how I see top rolling. And you're like, what? I'm not. Sometimes it gets kind of hard to stick with Devin when he starts going off on his things. But if you rewatch the video 1,000 times, then you kind of stick with him, when he goes on those tangents. But I definitely appreciate everything he's ever taught me. And I've watched all his seminars. It's always great stuff, for sure. He knows just as much, if not more, than anybody in the sport, for sure. So just different approaches, So check out that seminar. Yeah. Moving forward, posted by Random Dust Bunny. King's Move. He posted an interesting title. King's Move Dakota with Devin Larratt and Michael Todd. It's them talking about the King's Move and how it works. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to learn about it and learn the mechanics of it and how and why the King's Move works, then you can listen to Devin and Michael talk about it with Neil Pickup. And it's, they talk about how to pull it off and why it's effective and things like that. And it's just, the move isn't for everybody yet, but I think as the sport grows and as people, I don't want to say get bored with certain moves, but they start opening up their parameters and looking at other ways of winning, the King's Move's a viable thing in the sport. It's not going anywhere, especially when the guys are able to do it within the rule set nowadays. So, yeah, you guys, I mean, get with it. But new guys, I definitely don't recommend new guys trying it and trying to do it in practice. The efficient King's Move that Michael Todd and Crazy George and them are able to do is because their arms aren't opening up at such a degree that they're not in a ton of danger by doing it. New guys, when you go into your first couple practices and you start trying that stuff, your arm is all the way open. It's at its limit. It's at it's fully opened up. It's stretching out all the muscles and everything like that, and the risk of you getting injured is way higher. I just don't recommend practicing the King's Move right away. Give yourself some time, man. Moving forward, posted. Oh, that's the video I posted. It was a video of the John Brzenks practice we had out here in San Diego. Cool video. If you guys get a minute, check it out. My one of my teammates, Etienne, he made it and posted it. Okay, so moving forward, posted by Middenhale. It says, how is John Brzenks so strong without weight training? I've heard Brzenks say repeatedly that he doesn't train with weights at all. Where does his strength come from? Meanwhile, everyone else is busting their ass in the gym. I responded to this, and a lot of people liked my response. So I'll read you guys what I posted. I put, he grew up as an arm wrestler, was raised by an arm wrestler. Brother and dad pulled with him his entire adolescence, and his brother ended up being a world champion too. His body went through puberty as an arm wrestler. Tendons and bones and everything were shaped by arm wrestling. Born with a solid build, good-sized hands, and by the time he was 18, he had 15-year arm wrestling tendons and joints. Then he broke his arm, and that healed even stronger. So now he's bones. He has a double thick arm, veteran tendons and joints, stacking muscle from table time, all by the time he's 20 years old. Like, how could he have not been the best in those days? And not to say that John wouldn't have done what he did even nowadays. It's just now we have arm wrestlers that are growing up, people that are growing up arm wrestling. Now we have like your Hermes Gasparini and all the people that are going to Worlds and all these people that were raised arm wrestling, and you get to see how amazing they are. So like it's definitely, I would say a little more competitive, because we had to teach, or we had, arm wrestling had to spread to all the other countries, and then they had to adopt it, and then start teaching their youth about it. So it grew, and now we have some crazy strong people, amazing arm wrestlers in the world. So, but yeah, he was raised. His dad was a professional arm wrestler, and it was him and his brother, and they would practice with their dad, would teach him a ton of stuff. His dad arm wrestled when I had my super match with John Brzenks. Was it last year or 2 years ago? His dad got on the table and started arm wrestling. I don't know how old that dude was, but he was old, and he was like calling people out in arm wrestling. John Brzenks Sr., which is awesome to see. But yeah, I mean, like he, I don't know, man. When you're born into that kind of life and that atmosphere, and you get to compete with your brother all the time, and he's talked about how he was lifting weights when he was younger and stuff, and you just grow up doing that, and then he also naturally had a really thick hand, and that all came into play. So I don't know. By the time he was 18, he was an arm wrestling machine. Like, who else was going to stand up against him? So did he need to sit in the weight room forever? No. His tendons and ligaments and everything in his forearms were already built for arm wrestling. It's easy. Just stack a little bit of horsepower, make sure you stay healthy, and you'll be all right. So moving forward after that, posted by MHTKMRAUG, Andre Pushkar versus Travis Bajent, Zloty Tour, left-handed, 2011. That was when Travis, I don't know, I can't remember what drove him to go to Zloty that year, but everybody had high hopes for Travis to make his comeback and start running through Pushkar when Pushkar was like, on the top of his game and Dennis was out there. But he fouls out against Pushkar here. But I mean, he looked like he had something for him. When he slipped the first go and he elbow fouled, you could see Pushkar's wrist moved a little bit. So who knows? If they would have made it to the straps and he would have been able to take a few cracks at him, how it would have went. But we'll never know. Like a lot of it with Travis's, career and stuff so far is that, like, I don't know. It's if you look at the stuff he did back in the day when he was on point, when he was young and he was firing off on all cylinders, you don't see many people in, like, for those few years that were as dominant as he was. Like John, right-handed, maybe John Brzenks, for a long time there, maybe Denis Cyplenkov, and that's about it. You don't see many other people that are just breezing through everybody. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, there was nobody in the world at the time when Travis was on top that could touch him left-handed. It wasn't even, there was no conversation. And he was trying to beat everybody right-handed. And he was competing with the top in the world right-handed. Left-handed, it wasn't even close, right? Alexei Voda, everybody they put in front of him wasn't even close. So, like, a lot of newer guys, and people hate hearing about how, Travis Bajent, if he trained. But you got to give credit, like, really, you can't deny that. Like, if Travis did go back anywhere to taking the sport serious and got back to, even got back to 75% of his previous, build and tenacity and care for and love for the sport, that he would, I don't know, the way he used to treat people left-handed, it's hard to say that he wouldn't go back to at least some insane form of that. So, yeah, moving forward, posted by Sherian1, Travis Bajent whooped Devin's ass worse than Dennis. It's a video from Superhuman Strong of a super match between Travis Bajent and Devin Larratt way back in the day. And that was when Devin was really coming out there and trying to crack into all the top guys. And Travis was on top of the world, though, right then. Not a good time to get old Travis. And Travis kind of had his way with him left-handed. Moving forward, Criminals, posted by Criminal Scum. Arm wrestling, a picture of a bunch of straps titled Arm Wrestling Currency. Those straps are nice. Those are the, we have two of those. My team has two of those straps. The ones from Silvis, the Silvis company. And they make really good straps, you guys. You should check them out. They have the metal buckles. And I like the way those straps, I like the feel of those straps for sure. Definitely check those out. But I'm still a big fan of my boys' straps, Lion straps. Moving forward, HMN Bean. Igor interviews John about top 8, his career, and offering him a chance at a 95 kg class of top 8 and taking some pot shots at Wall. Some people asked me after I practiced with John recently if he's going to get back into it, what his plans are as far as arm wrestling, and he had mentioned to me about the 95 kg thing, the top 8 one, and he was like talking about, you know, his weight and if he thinks he can make it, because he would have he'd have to drop like 35 pounds or so or something like that. But I mean, it's hard to ever count out John, you know, and if he really wanted to apply himself and how his shoulder feels. But yeah, you can't ever say John wouldn't be in the running, one of the top 95 guys for sure. So I'm definitely interested to see if John makes a decision that he wants to try to do that, wants to try to lose that weight and make a little stab at it. I know he's competitive, and I know he always has that drive to just beat people. But we'll see if he decides to double down and put the effort in to do that. Moving forward, posted by Wes Bjornsson, my boy Wes Bjornsson, by the way. Check out his YouTube channel, please, The Grip. Wes is an awesome dude, really smart, really passionate about the sport. Saw Chance Shaw catching a lot of shit for this win last weekend. Wanted your thoughts on it, fellas. It was a video of Chance pulling Travis and beating Travis, you know. Kind of goes back to what I said, right? So Chance is amazing. Chance is upsetting everybody, and like as far as like beating a bunch of big names and stuff like that. And Chance is a great dude. And I haven't talked to him in a while, but Chance is my boy for sure. It's just like, you know, posting. I have a video at practice where I beat John. And people sent me but it was like at the end of practice, and it's John Brzenks, and I know that if I post that video of me beating John, there's so many asterisks there about, you know, oh, Derek only beat John because John's old, John was tired, John this and that, and it's all true, right? And I get it, right? And so I wouldn't post that just because I know how much everybody loves John Brzenks and how much I would get flamed. So it's like you're gonna get a lot of pushback from people. Same thing with Travis. Travis is in the conversation, you know, of one of the best ever. He's definitely in that conversation. And so since people know that, and you know, when you post a video of you pinning him, whether it was legit or not or anything like that, when everybody knows, you know, Travis is not what he once was, then like you're gonna get flamed. You know, there's no way around it. There's no way around it. If you pin Travis or you pin John Brzenks or you go pin Alexei Vovoda, everybody's gonna hate on you because they spent so much time building up their legacy that there's no way that like a new guy's, you know, you'll get your name out there a little bit, but I just think it's not even worth it. Honestly, posting little wins on them, I think you're gonna get more hate than positivity. Yeah. Anyway, so moving forward, posted by Random Dust Bunny, titles Great Edits Inside. He posted the Tom and Juju video, What Does Arm Wrestling Look Like? It's basically the behind the scenes footage from WL 506 from Juju's and Tom's perspective. And it's a great video. You get to see all the stuff, you get them see them messing with Wagner, and you get to see all the matches from like really up close and personal, and with Tom's edits, and Tom's edits are awesome. And no, it's definitely a great video. If you guys aren't subscribed to Juju and Tom's channel, then you should do that for sure. So no, but it was really good inside look at WAL. I mean, I had my preliminary match with WAL a few months ago, and it was awesome, guys. Like I'm telling you, I felt, and I was just a preliminary match, right? I wasn't by any means on the main stage, but like to go in the back and, you know, you're getting ready and there's all this production crews and there's people, you know, managers, and like they're trying to walk you through, okay, they're like, okay, Derek, you're going to get hyped up here. We're going to film you getting hyped up right here. You're going to walk up this staircase, and they walk you like step by step. Okay, you're going to walk out here. You're going to stop right on this line, and then they're going to film you. You're going to look at the camera. You're going to, you know, say something. Then you cut through here, and then you go out on stage. They're still going to be filming you. The crowd will be going crazy. You walk to this corner right here. Like I don't know, the production was super cool. And so when it was my turn, you know, they had all the cameras on me, and I don't know, it was just, you felt really big shot, big league, you know. And it's cool. WL is able to provide that and really make you feel like a professional. And I don't know. I've been to WAF, and I've been inside WAL matches, and it's just totally different types of things, guys. Like I've not done Zloty yet. Actually, I kind of think about doing it next year, but like, I don't know, these tournaments, these big major tournaments, is a whole different feel. It's a whole different ball game. You feel like you're really a part of something major, and it's really cool. It's really cool to do, and I definitely recommend, if you guys ever have an opportunity to go to WAF or go to get a match, definitely in Wall or something like that, go check it out, guys. There's no better feeling that I know of as an arm wrestler than those tournaments so far. Let's see, moving forward, posted by Captain Clown World. Carolina Carnage 2, January 25th, 2020, in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think it's a left-hand round robin. And it looks like the major sponsor is Grip Genie, which is Tom and Juji's grip company, where they sell handles and grip things, grip implements. Definitely check them out. They sent me some handles for my team and myself to review, and they're awesome. The handles are amazing, right? They're super smooth. The bearings in them rotate really nice. Tom and Judy are great dudes. So definitely check out Grip Genie. Order some handles from them. And I mean, like, I don't know. I'm really close to Country Crush, so nothing. That's my boy. I have a discount code at Country Crush, by the way, too, guys. It's DREC10, and you get 10% off. But I love those Grip Genie guys too. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on any one person. They have some fantastic stuff as well. So I don't know, man. There's great handles in all these different places you go. These Arm Assassin, all these things have great handles for sure. So check all of them out, you guys. Make an educated decision. I mean, I'm happy with all the handles I've gotten. I have no complaints about any of those. Moving forward, posted by Julian K47. Dennis Cyplenkov. And I quote, this guy said, "What the hell is this guy on? I swear his hands seem to keep getting even bigger, and the guy is just a monster. His training doesn't seem to incorporate as much actual arm wrestling training as, let's say, Devin, and focuses more on pure strength training." Julian, I don't know how new you are or how long you've been around. Dennis is like the smallest he's ever been right now. And he's not getting bigger. He's definitely getting smaller since, last few videos. That's not to say that he's not going to put size back on, but yeah, currently he's definitely a lot smaller than he was in the past. So, but yeah, I mean, there gets to a point, guys, and this is going to bring up kind of a deep conversation, I guess, where I every once in a while, every couple of years, I post on my Facebook and I ask everybody. I says, "Who's the better arm wrestler?" I say, "Who's the better arm wrestler? The person that wins, or the person that knows all the cool moves, right?" So who's a better arm wrestler? Dennis Cyplenkov or Devin Larratt? Who's a better arm wrestler? Now, I thought about this for so long, right? Obviously, Devin has all the moves. He's no limits, right? Crazy endurance, knows how to top roll, hook, press, King's move, has dedicated his whole life to growing the sport and applying himself, right? And from the public eye, whether this is true or not, from the public eye, it looks like Dennis just, is just really strong, right? He just overpowers everybody. He's just way too strong. Like, he just walks through everybody, gets a hold of them, grabs them like damn near dad moves everybody, and just beats them, right? With what seems like minimal technique, and just kind of walks through everybody. Now, so immediately you want to say, who's the better arm wrestler? Of course, Devin Larratt's a better arm wrestler. But is he? If the whole point of arm wrestling is to pin your opponent, then isn't the person that pins the opponent, isn't he the better arm wrestler? Right? Regardless of who knows more technique and cool moves, isn't it who wins in the end of the day? Right? Who has more trophies on the wall? Who has more wins? That's the better arm wrestler. Right? The guy that pins the other guy. That no matter of how he gets it done, that's the better arm wrestler. Right? And I hate to say that. It sucks to say, especially when you dedicate yourself to learning all these new moves and stuff like that, and you're like, well, just the stronger guy. But, strength can overcome. It really can. And that's why at the top levels of this game, strength is a big player. It's the biggest player. It really is. Because once everybody learns all the techniques, it doesn't matter. If you're just overwhelmingly strong, it doesn't matter. Right? And it can just take away everything. You can take away all your cool moves and your ideas and thoughts of arm wrestling and thoughts of little tricks, because you guys are going to learn, especially new guys, you're going to learn so much cool stuff right now in regards to arm wrestling at your first few practices. You're going to learn how to create space in your hand and all these little cheats, how to, carve with your wrist and how to position your elbows, and you're going to learn all these little, small little details that are going to give you an edge in the tournament. And they all work. They all work at first. But eventually, the very, very top end of the sport, when everybody knows all the tricks and everybody knows all the tendencies, then it's just who's brute strong, man. Power can have a play in it. I mean, as far as like speed, power is supposed to be speed and strength mixed. But man, just strength, overall horsepower is what kind of finalizes everything. And you see it with Levon a lot right now too, right? His moves aren't too complicated, but he's just a tank, and that takes you pretty far. So it's always fun to see if these guys with a lot of tools like Devin can crack these big, overwhelmingly strong guys. So that's why that was one of the big exciting things about Devin versus Dave Chafee. Like, Devin even admitted to me that night, because that match went down in L.A. and we hung out afterwards, and he even admitted, like, there was nothing else I could do. Because I was giving him shit, we're out there, I was having some drinks, and I was talking to Devin, and I was like, man, you had to go to the Kings move? You want to try to hook me? He's like, Derek, I tried. He's like, I tried to get a hold of that dude, and I couldn't. Dave was just a monster. Like, and we all knew that, right? And so Dave forced Devin into that move, and thank God Devin had something, in his backpack, a move that he could use to secure a win. But like, it wasn't that Devin was too weak or anything like that. It was just like he had that move available, and he went to it because his other moves weren't holding up. So he went to his last and final move. Right? It's not a big deal. It's definitely in his backpack, and it's something he can use, a tool in his tool belt. But yeah, so maybe this King's move is the great equalizer, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, strength, guys, it's a big deal. Strength. Don't ever shy away from strength. Don't ever get so obsessed with some arm wrestling technique that you stop focusing on strength, because that is it, in my opinion. Moving forward, posted by LeMasive1. Hey guys, I made a post about a Discord for arm wrestling because I would love for people to get a chance to chat about this wonderful sport and community, kind of like we're doing on Reddit. We are just around 120 people, but the activity is growing, and there are a lot of pullers that are looking training partners, training tips, and maybe show of your gains. I would love if the Reddit mods came in so I can make them mods on Discord if they want it. First, I still haven't looked into Discord and what that is. I'm super low tech, guys. I'm sorry. It sounds like it's like another thing, like kind of like Reddit, maybe. But I mean, we're kind of doing all that stuff right here on Reddit. But if there's more blood, new blood over there, I mean, maybe I'll go check it out. But I'm the only mod that's active on this subreddit. My buddy's the other one that made it, but he's not really on here. So moving forward, posted by Bob Wagner. Oh, never mind. He's talking about it's John Brzenks thinking about entering the top 8 for 95 kg. We already talked about that. So moving forward past that, 2006, posted by Gunch. 2006 NAL, Michael Todd versus Ron Bath. Great footage of a young Michael Todd with Brzenks and Bajent commentary back when Bajent, Todd, and Bath were in the top 5. Yeah, these matches were awesome, you guys. And like this, honestly, watching this stuff, especially these old videos of Michael Todd competing, will give a lot of people that are Michael Todd haters a new perspective on him. Dude was super competitive, and always has been, and still is, and he pushed himself, and he's the one that damaged his arm and stuff because he just would not give in. There's not many people you watch arm wrestle that you can see refuse to lose, and will break their body, will shatter everything in the name of trying to win an arm wrestling match. People say they're about that life, but most people aren't about that. So when you watch these old matches, that's something that always stood out to me watching Michael Todd arm wrestle his old videos before I started pulling. Was getting to see him grind and stuff in the ugliest of spots and trying to come through with wins. And Ron is just such a monster. Ron Bath is such a beast. It's crazy. But yeah, Michael Todd, you guys, you'll see him not King's moving. You'll see him hooking and pressing and using explosiveness and all this stuff. And it's really cool to watch, guys. So definitely watch some of Michael Todd's old matches, especially with Ron and them. Moving forward, posted by NNQ2603. Travis Bajent versus Doug Allen at NAL Qualifier 2019. It's a video of Doug Allen, who is a beast. Doug, I don't know where he's at or his current, how active he is, because I don't see him in a lot of tournaments anymore. I think he might be staying kind of local, but I know he used to be super active, and he has some amazing wins. Doug is definitely no slouch, and so these are some matches between him and Travis, left-handed. And Doug sneaks in a win or two on him, and then in the straps, then Travis starts kind of hitting a little bit harder, and get some wins on Doug. I don't know what if this was like a super match or a practice match or what, because Artem's reffing, and if Artem's reffing, it's not very serious. I'll tell you that much. So, but yeah, it's a good match. It's always fun watching Travis pull. But yeah, I don't know how serious of a match that was. Moving forward, posted by Bess Glazered, Devin Larratt and Don Smith training. So it's a video of them training at Devin's house. A guy named Don Smith training against Devin, and I've never met Don Smith. I would love to, but Don looks like he has no quit. This dude does not stop. There's not many videos out there where you see someone where like. I'm in Devin's shoes a lot at my practice, right? Generally, I'm the strongest guy at my practice, and I hold as my guys, try their moves and stuff. And so I know how long it takes for people to stop trying. And this dude goes like 4 times longer than anybody. This guy just keeps slamming into Devin's arm, trying so hard to figure out a hole and a way to get it done. You have my respect, Don Smith, because you have an awesome last name. And you just don't quit, man. So I've seen him in a few videos, and he looks really competitive, and dude looks like he gets after it, and kudos to you, man, for sure. Moving forward, Budgie Tipper posted Monster Michael Todd Discord. Several months ago, Michael Todd started a Discord for arm wrestling discussion. You don't need to be a fan of Monster to join. All members are welcome. If you're looking for advice from experienced arm wrestlers, or if you just want to talk about the sport, building equipment, training, etc., this is a great place for you. All right, more people trying to take from the Reddit to Discord, and I don't know enough about it, guys, so I'll have to check that out and give you guys my opinion. Let's see. Moving forward, posted by Totoro, long name. Dennis Cyplenkov versus Dmitry Trubin, October 2019. Looks like Dennis. It's a video of him pulling with a few top guys over out in Russia, and pulling with Dmitry Trubin, who's from Kazakhstan. And I didn't see the full video of him and Dmitry. They said like you can find it on ArmBets TV and you could order it, like pay for it. I did not do that. But in the small little clips you see, Dennis is looking strong. Definitely not as strong as he was. You can see a little bit of give in his bicep, when back in the day there was no give in Dennis's bicep. And you see his shoulder giving out a little bit. But in general, his pronation and his thick hand was helping him power through a lot of people in this little clip. So, yeah, I don't know if he'd be able to withhold someone like Levon right now. I doubt it. But it's cool seeing Dennis get back in the table and stuff like that, and seeing him pull. It's always interesting because those angles, he always had those same angles for so long against everybody. And it's interesting watching him use those same angles, but them, like, it's weird seeing Dennis lose, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's weird seeing Dennis's arm not easily go to the pin pad, right? It's kind of a trip. So, moving forward, posted by Papelion, going on my first tournament, Wolfsburg, Germany. Wish me luck. Good luck, dude. I think this is old. I think you went already, but yeah, this is 2 days ago. So, hope you did well, man. Hope you stayed safe and didn't hurt yourself. Moving forward, posted by Arm Wrestling Dom, favorite arm wrestling YouTube channel. I actually talked to Dom the other day. We talked on Facebook Messenger. Started up a YouTube channel where he's kind of he's interviewing lately. He's been interviewing pullers in his area and getting to know some national champs and stuff like that. Dude has very good editing skills. He's a newer puller, and you guys check him out if you get a chance. Arm Wrestling Dom. Go check out one of his videos and see what he has to offer. We're definitely thinking about trying to find a way to do some kind of collaboration or something like that. We could talk about arm wrestling for a while because that's what I love to do. Moving forward, oh, by the way, favorite arm wrestling YouTube channel. What's my favorite one to watch? I think I've watched every one of Devin's videos just because like that was one of the original ones of stuff coming out. So I like Devin's videos. Besides that, there's a ton of great ones, right? And, I'm trying to think of my favorite. I like a lot of arm wrestling TV ones because it just kind of gets down to the point. You get to watch some tournaments in really good quality. And if you just want to crank out a lot of events and just watch, go straight to it with good edits, then Arm Wrestling TV is definitely a good spot. But dude, I'm good friends with everybody that makes all these YouTube channels. So, shout out to Ryan Bowen, shout out to Artem, shout out to Wes Bjornson, Coach Ray, all of them. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for, really. If you guys are looking just to learn stuff, I mean, Coach Ray's stuff, Voice of Arm Wrestling is fantastic. Yeah, it kind of depends on what you're looking for, I guess. I guess mine would be Devin. Probably Devin's channel. I don't know. I learned the most from him. Moving forward, MAGA Arms North American Arm Wrestling Challenge. This is a video of, I don't remember your name, man. Video of a guy's tournament, right? So he has his own YouTube channel. He talks about arm wrestling. He's pretty new, and it's a video of his matches in the tournament. Keep pushing, man. It's a long road, but just don't stop as far as training and stuff. You look like you have some natural strength for sure, so just keep pushing, man. Keep ironing out the details and learning little tricks. Moving forward, posted by G Tall. He messaged my arm wrestling team on our Facebook page with this exact same message, like copied and pasted, same message, which is interesting. G-Tall Sports Arm Wrestling Community. Hello, arm wrestlers of Reddit. I am new to Reddit, but if it's not too bothersome, I'd like to tell you a few things about my website and community for fellow pullers. I'm very excited about this website and want to spread some awareness. My name is Albert. I've been involved with arm wrestling, competitive arm wrestling since 1976. It is to this day my greatest passion. I've spent years developing a website for arm wrestlers and athletes of all kinds to network, share events, blogs, and out soon to be launched live tournament screening program. It's totally free to sign up and make a profile so that other arm wrestlers around the country can find you. For example, searching for a trainer or arm wrestling events you have posted on the site. I am also looking for more admins for the arm wrestling group page. So I think it's like I glanced real quick. It's like a website that goes over all sports, not just arm wrestling. So they have like all these other sports. So you have little communities about certain sports on his website, and it looks like he wants to have, everything on there. Make it like his own social networking community, sports-driven thing. Yep. So if you guys want to go check that out, then go for it. Yep. There's so many communities now, I can't keep up. Moving forward, posted by If I Could Trade. This is a good one. I like this one. What are some standard training etiquette I should know before joining my local club? I assume that, like regular gym going, there will be differences from gym to gym, but also some standard rules to follow. What are they? I'd particularly like to know, how should I ask someone to pull with them? Do newbies ever pull with really experienced people, or is it polite to let them only pull with other advanced guys for training? Do I alternate pulling with left and right in general, or how do I make sure my arms get an equal workout? And about what percentage of max effort am I using in each pull? All right, so these are just my opinions. The first one, how should I ask someone to pull with them? Hey man, you want to pull? That's about it, really. I mean, if you want to arm wrestle someone, you could. If there's someone that's popular, he's sitting on the table a lot, and everybody seems to want to arm wrestle with that guy, you could just kind of wait your turn. Then you have to be bold and jump on the table. A lot of guys I see get pushed out and they don't get their chance to arm wrestle with someone like, say Devin Larrett comes to a practice. Well, if you want to arm wrestle him, you gotta, have some balls and get on the table. You can't just sit in the back and just wait for him to select you, right? So if that's what you're asking, then you got to go for it. But besides that, a normal practice, then yeah, you just say, hey man, can I pull with you for a little bit? And the guy says, yep. And then that's it. Do newbies ever pull with really experienced people, or is it polite to let them only pull with other advanced guys for training? Well, if you're new, then you should only be pulling at your very first practice, at least at the very beginning, with experienced people. Until you learn how to not break your arm and you learn the basics of arm wrestling, the arm wrestling 101 type of stuff, hook, top roll, press, stuff like that, then yeah, you should be with experienced people to kind of set you on the right track. When new people come into my team, no matter who it is, their very first time on the table, I pull them aside and I give them the rundown of how to not break your arm. I tell them how their arm does break, and like the science of it and how it works, and then I explain to them how to not do it and certain rules we follow, and then I teach them a basic hook, how a hook works and stuff like that. I go over the motion with them, and then I set them free, and I remind the first person they get on the table with, hey, he's brand new, so everybody knows this person's new, and my team knows to keep that person in a hook, keep them safe, and that's how we like to do it. We like to teach people to hook first on my team, but that's kind of team by team. They have different approaches to how to grow an arm wrestler, right? That's just the way I think. So definitely get on there with experienced guys first to learn the ropes, and then get out there and get a hold of different hands and arms and test yourself against some of the newer guys as well. It's just safety, right? That's the biggest thing, is that if you're going to hop on the table with another new guy, you have to make sure you guys stay safe and someone's, monitoring that. That's why I always make sure a senior guy has an eye on the tables, especially when there's new guys trying to mess with each other. So just, be smart. If you and the other guy are brand new, then maybe avoid it. But it doesn't also you don't have to be pulling with the most experienced guy all the time. Do I alternate pulling with left and right in general? How do I make sure my arms get an equal workout? Well, that's on you, man. One thing most people don't do at practice is that they go to practice to have a good time, talk to their friends, and then just have some fun arm wrestling, right? And they might work on some stuff, but in general, if you want to have a good practice and you want to be efficient, then that's on you to keep track of what you've been doing this practice, right? So did you get your strap work in? Did you work on the straps? How long did you work on the straps? Did you do straps right-handed and left-handed? Did you do the straps right-handed and left-handed and get your outside pulling in, like your posting, and get your inside hooking in? Did you, so kind of make a mental checklist or a physical checklist if you'd like, making sure your practices are like efficient, that you're leaving the practices beat up equally on both arms, and that you kind of got all the work in that you could handle, right? A lot of guys just go to practice and they just want to arm wrestle, which you'll get gains from that for sure. But if you're looking at it as far as like your ability to grow from this practice and how much can I get out of this practice, then being efficient is like paramount, dude. You have to make sure that you didn't forget to do your strap work, or you didn't forget to at least post all day. So you're like, oh man, I only hooked left-handed the whole time. Oh, so you didn't hit your brachialis or post at all? You didn't do any top outside movements with your left hand? Damn, that sucks. So you didn't make any gains there? That's kind of how I view it, right? Is I check it all off the list in my head. Did I really get everything done this practice? But a minimum, the most important thing to me right now in my career is that when I go to a practice, I got to make sure that I'm working on my elbows, right? One thing that's really hard to recreate in the gym for me is the grinding elbow pressure, the thing that hurts people. That I tie a rope to my arm and have someone pull directly sideways. I try to just keep building my elbow gear, I guess you'd say, right? So that way I can apply more side pressure and inside pressure. But the actual muscles themselves, I build those primarily in the gym, right? So at practice, I just make sure I kill out my elbows so they heal up and I can go harder sideways later on. But besides that, yeah, most of the rest of me is built in the gym. So that's on you, man. Like I said, keep track of your own progress. About what percentage of max effort am I using in each pull? That depends. Like if it's instructional time, then not much. But if it's you trying to destroy some dude, then go destroy, I guess. It's up to you. Moving forward, basement squatch. Armtoberfest, Waterloo, Ontario. Ended up driving down to Waterloo and getting my first open gold. Took right 236 plus gold and got to see some amazing matches, including this awesome war between Matt Smith and Crazy George. Crazy George is 70 years old, by the way. I have not watched this video yet. Not going to lie to you. But I imagine if it's Crazy George, it's Crazy George going to the King's move and holding out for a super, super long time while a younger guy who's probably in shape is trying his best, and then George tires him out and wins. That's my guess. George is amazing. Congratulations on your win, man. That's amazing. Like, that's your first open gold. Sorry, I thought that was your first event. But yeah, congratulations on winning that, man, for sure. Moving forward, Dogga Piman, posted by him. I'm new and trying to find a club near Louisville, Kentucky. Can anyone help me out? I sticky to the top of the subreddit, how to find teams, so you guys have access to different teams in your area. Please, if you guys find any holes in that map, please send them the updated version so they can post the current teams up there. So yeah, check that out, man. It's on the top of the Reddit. that's the best way for me to help you out. I don't know off the top of my head. People in Kentucky, Wes Bjornson's in Kentucky. That's the only person I know from Kentucky. Moving forward, posted by T. Charwood 73. New England Championship. Hey guys, I just saw that this tournament was taking place this weekend. He tags the Facebook event. I'm thinking of going to compete, but I'm on the fence if I should compete amateur, pro, or both if they allow it. I polled amateur 200, 242 in Mass State Championships and had a pretty smooth time. That said, this tournament will probably be more competitive. I think I'll make 220. If I pull pro, I might have to pull Rob Vidgett or some other murderers. I don't want my arm broken, but it seems lame to hide in amateurs, especially because I've been training hard. What would you guys do? Bro, go be bold, man. Like, what's the worst that happens? Hopefully by now you know how to protect yourself and not get your arm broken, right? Just don't commit your shoulder through there and don't snap your arm in half, okay? So if you kind of know what I'm talking about, how to not break your arm, so this is me assuming you know how to not break your arm, then why would you not pull pro? Like, if you're an amateur and you're an up-and-coming amateur, why are you so obsessed? Not you in particular, but amateurs in general. I tell my guys this all the time. Don't become obsessed with winning amateur tournaments. If your goal is to become the best in your city, the best in the country, the best in the world, whatever it is, then an amateur tournament is just a stepping stone to you reaching your goal. Why would you sacrifice your chance to get a ton of experience? Your ability to arm wrestle with Rob Vidgett potentially at this tournament will give you so much more experience and be worth so much more than your amateur, gold or third place or whatever, right? So if you enter pro and amateur and say you get your ass kicked all over the place, but you so much experience you got as a new puller, it'd be totally worth it. That's what's going to carry you on to being a pro. People that are too scared to put their arm on the table at a tournament are holding themselves back so far. Guys, I always tell everybody, enter every amateur class you can if you're still an amateur puller, and enter every pro class you can as well. You guys, you have to get the experience. It's invaluable. I can't explain to you how valuable tournament experience is. So becoming obsessed on winning an amateur event that you're not even going to remember in a couple years, that doesn't mean shit to you. Like, dude, go there to get your experience. Enter every class. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. That's what I did. My very first pro match, I'll never forget, was with Tom Nelson. Me and Tom Nelson. I laughed about it. I was like, man, of course I get Tom Nelson, my first time arm wrestling in pro. And I learned a lot. Okay, man, he covered my thumb this way, or, he cheated this way, or he went early this way. And then I just started learning. Get my ass kicked by pros all the time, just so I could learn what they did, so I can grow. Because you have to take these losses, right? You have to. You guys, everybody has 1 million losses coming. You better start chipping away at those losses, bro. Everybody better start chipping away your losses, because they're all coming no matter what. There's no way you're just going to become amazing, and people are too afraid to compete. So you're not going to break your arm. I hope you don't break your arm. Please don't break your arm. And enter, dude. Do pro and do amateur for sure. Win both of it, or even if you don't, man, get the experience. Soak it all up. That's what's going to carry you on to the next level. Moving forward, the last post posted by Iron Ore Betty. Mullins, Vlad, Lachlan, Aiello, Bajent, arm wrestling in USA, Arizona. See Vlad smash, Vlad smash. This is a video by the Voice of Arm Wrestling of when the Latvian guys and the Aussies came out to Arizona for Travis's championships matches or whatever. I wasn't able to go to this tournament, by the way. I'm super mad about that. But Vlad is amazing, and he basically would beat everybody in the tournament at some point or another, almost. And so you get to see him. He beat Mike Aiello. He was able to hit and get Mike opened up a little bit, and he's so explosive and stays so tight that he was able to get a win on Mike. But no, it was just kind of showcasing how awesome Vlad was, and you get to see a really top-notch WAF puller, a guy that you never get to see in the United States, came out here and you get to see him debut what he's all about and what he looks like against Americans and Australians and stuff like that. So that was the biggest thing I got out of these videos. It was cool to see Lachlan. I haven't seen Lachlan pull too much, so it was nice to see him pull, and his left hand looks ridiculous. But I've seen a bunch of videos and stuff of Giannis pulling. I've seen Aiello pulled against him a bunch. Bajent, same thing. So Vlad and Lachlan for me were the ones I was focusing on, and I want to see their styles and how good they would do out here, and they definitely did not disappoint. Those dudes are crazy strong. So good shit. So that's the end of this Reddit podcast. I'm gonna redo the safety, guys. At the top of the Reddit it says safety reminder for beginners. I didn't write any of that, and my buddy wrote that or something, and I don't like the information on there, so I'm gonna redo the safety part on this Reddit. I want to make a safety video like specifically for Reddit for you guys, and just really go over basic safety stuff, and so I know everything's on there, so you guys aren't missing anything and no one breaks their arm. So I would like to make this a good place for beginners to learn about arm wrestling the right way. So I'm gonna get on that pretty quick here. I'll probably have my boy ET help me make it and edit it and upload it. But you guys stay focused. Make sure you guys are training day by day. It's the people that have the discipline are the ones that make it, guys. It's the people that are willing to go, hike up Mount Rubidoux, or go do those extra push-ups when you don't want to do them, or go do your pull-ups, or get your ass in the gym, or go work your grip, or go do whatever you're going to do. Those are the things that push people past everybody else, you guys. Because whenever you're tired, you get home from work, or whatever it is, the guy that you want to beat is out there doing that stuff. So get your ass off the couch. Go train, right? Go watch a video. Go do something. Keep furthering yourself in the sport, you guys. It takes forever to learn everything and has to do with arm wrestling, and to really learn how to apply it the proper way. So it's a long trek. So I wish the best for you guys. I hope you guys are all training hard, loving arm wrestling as much as I do. And if you guys ever have anything you want to talk to me about, feel free to message me. And thanks for listening, guys. And you kind of share or subscribe, that stuff. That's all good. If you guys are watching this on the Reddit page itself, go subscribe to my channel if you guys get a chance. That'd be awesome. But you don't have to. All right, guys. So it's Derek. I am out of here. I'll see you guys next Monday, and we'll talk some more. Bye.